The cold does slow the things that grow. The cold does keep us humble. The leaves do blow, do let us know the hour becomes autumnal. I cannot find the tray.
Which one?
The one I am looking for.
Well, that is helpful, Mama.
The bread tray, the one 2 squares long. You did hide it.
I did wash it. What a good son I am.
You are my favorite one.
I am your only one.
And let us thank the city you have no competition. Rush now, we must finish the order of buns.
Which ones?
Those ones.
Those ones.
Isaac the official.
Ali the baker. Orhan the son of Ali the baker. We love the city.
We love the city.
I will go and take the buns.
How's the weather?
More rain than sun.
The rain makes the plants high.
And it also makes the mood slow. But we have roofs to keep us dry.
And things to keep us happy.
Like good bread.
Like good bread. 1 loaf as usual?
I only have 1 mouth to feed.
And I have only 2.
Oh, so you were eating with someone else?
Myself. And Orhan.
Orhan. Yes, of course. That is also what I meant. You meant.
The city grew, as over years the waters rose and surrounding lands turned into swamp, and then shallow, then sea. The city sat high on proud cliffs, and as its population swelled, so it did too, spilling down the sides, buildings filling the sky. The city could house all, and those who prospered sang its praises, and those who struggled only whispered. So in this way, the city wrote its own reviews. Then the time of anger came. They say it began when 2 people saw a last fruit on a shop shelf and reached for it at the same moment. Being from different lands, one person called the thing a thine and the other a lombok. But the simple fact was, the thing was still the thing. It had not become 2 things just by answering to 2 names. Language had in that moment demanded more of it than it could provide. The shopkeeper arrived and settled it simply. As he was also from the place where it was called a lombok, he sold it to that person. And the loser was angry then, and said words that thankfully none understood, and stormed off. But later that night, a rock passed through a shop window, and though it too was called different names, everyone knew what this rock meant. The next day, a hostile mob blocked a bridge, and one person shoved another. A pair of glasses broke, a fist was swung, and finally a splash was heard. As a red-coated man went over the railing, he swam clumsily to shore, losing his red coat on the way. And his anger became everyone's. The city roared. Smoke filled the sky as neighbor turned on neighbor and friend fought friend, all because of words. Because of words uttered by some and ignored by others, and finally cast into the air by all, in a great, broiling cloud of shouts and rage and bluster. And when the words crashed back down, they fell hard and bruised all, as a bad word thrown well enough can knock the wind right out of you. And that is why today there is only the language. Where words were once limitless, now there are exactly 1,000. If you choose to live in the city, then these words are the words you speak. There were others once. Those our parents arrived with as children. Words they offered happily to strangers or threw in the air to test the direction of the wind. But if you speak those words now, you will be punished. If you waste a word, you will be punished. The 1,000 words are sacred in the city, not for wasting in the city.
This is my pen, I use it and then I return it again, amen.
My lunch is horrible. Want to swap?
You just said it is horrible.
Orhan, swap.
What? I did hear you say this also.
You are bad friends. You would be happy if I did starve. Why should I? You are a good friend. I like you very much. You, I am not so sure about.
You talk too much.
So stop listening then.
I'm not listening. That is the point.
Oh, is that the point? Because I didn't
That
know
is
where the point was.
enough.
Great, so now I know.
So now you know.
Good!
Good.
You two are very the same.
Oh.
It is good bread.
I know. I did bake it.
How have you already been so productive this morning? Me? I've achieved nothing today. Kieran? He has achieved nothing today.
Hey, maybe I have. No, I have not.
No, but you did bake a loaf of bread.
10 loaves of bread, 8 times.
10 by 8 loaves of bread? You are a good son to your mama and a good student in class. And on the 1,000-word memory test, you will get the high score.
Maybe I will not.
You always do. I am already tired by the day, and the day has not even begun.
I am tired by you always talking of being tired.
Okay, great.
Not so much, actually.
Oh, no?
No!
We love the we love the city.
We love,
love
the
the
city.
city.
Love the city.
Students, ears here for a message from city officials. A new word exists.
Hurrah!
So an old word must be erased.
Hurrah!
The factory district has found a way to... Where is it? To take heat from the sun and harness it for use in a peacekeeping weapon. It is called... photo-submissionization. This is the new 1,000th word of the language.
Hurrah!
And to make way for it, the word beautiful has been erased and is illegal to say or think forevermore. We love the city.
Photos.
Missionization. Photo submissionization. That is the new word.
Sad about the one that is erased, though. I did like the word beautiful.
Kieran! You already have a warning for saying the after-dinner cold food that is illegal now.
What? Ice cream?
Come on, we go inside and keep quiet for the rest of the day.
Here, help me.
What does it mean?
It means hurry up and remove it before the officials come. It is our wall. They will say that we did write it.
And did we, Mama?
What? Don't even be funny, Orhan. Of course not.
What does that mean?
It is an erased word. It means to wish something had never been.
But that's what the city thinks, right? They wish lots of words had never been.
What is wrong with you? That does not matter. The city does not need to be told what the city thinks. It does the telling, not us. And if a word is gone, then it stays gone.
Mama, I can help.
Go, bake the bread. When they come, give the bread, be polite, say nothing, or else they will.
Or else they will? In the city, just as in any place that once existed and now does not, there are those who sin. And once caught, they face court. Face 8 proud men and women who decide on all things and are always right. And those found guilty receive the greatest sentences, by no longer receiving the greatest sentences, or any sentences. They must let go all nouns, must relinquish all sounds. They lose the right to language. Though they still brush a street, it is no longer a brush in their hands, only a. It is no longer a street beneath their shoes, only a. The action can occur, yes, but the facts of it, are gone from them now. Without a street under them, they are afloat. And worse still, their life becomes a floating thing too, because the court has taken their name. Where once they were Gus, now they are... And where once they lived at number 1010 East Road, now they live at... It is still there, of course. The house has not become invisible, but the idea of it has. And soon, in a strange way, this has the same effect. People passing slowly stops seeing it. The number on the gate fades. A friend who might have come for tea now has no way to find the house. So they don't find it. They don't even try to. They forget the tea. And eventually the friend. A silence settles in this sinner's soundless life. The silence is deafening.
Why are you waiting? We'll be late for school.
You knock.
What? Why me?
Because Mama, she does not like me.
Well, you are quite not likable.
Isla?
I joke. But at least with her there was a reason.
What reason? I do not know any reason.
Orhan's day of birth party last year. With the cake.
Okay, let us forget this.
How you wished to steal a slice early, but you were sure it was on the high shelf.
Okay, we
so
should
you
just...
stood on a box to reach the high shelf.
Isla, I
but
said...
the box was a cake box. A cake box that held the cake.
La 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 la.
And because you stood on the cake
la.
box, you fell onto. No. You fell into the cake box.
Why do you say what we already know?
And then when she caught you, you were eating it with your hands, off your shoes.
It was good cake. So really, I was giving her a compliment. But she did not take it that way.
No, she did not. You are right. I will knock. We love the city.
We love the city.
We love the city. Why are you late?
Kieran was being foolish.
Oh, right.
I'm sorry, Ellie the Baker, about the cake box. It was a
Why are you
compliment.
talking?
I am making things better.
And how does that mostly work out for you?
Nothing. Come on, you have made us late. What is that?
Last night, I came home and words were on the wall.
An order from the city?
An order to the city. Someone has decided they're not happy and they wrote with a pen.
But only city officials can carry pens on the street.
Someone did not tell the writer this.
This has not happened since we were little. Since the War of the Walls. I still remember it.
I do not.
Yes, you do. We all do. Mama did cover my eyes each morning as we passed words that appeared in the night, but still I did peek at them through her small fingers.
But you could not read yet.
The faces I could. To see adults scared as children, to be children seeing that. It was strange.
And then the sirens began ringing.
Every night.
Up and down the streets.
And then the words did start to disappear. And the culprits did too. And then the war was over. Are you okay?
Yes. No. It was Mama. I heard her 2 mornings back. She did sing a song.
Oh, the rule song.
No, it was...
The We Are Lucky to Be Here song? Oh, was it the We Rise Higher Than the Rising Seas?
No, it was more like a memory song. Like one she carried inside her, one she held. But yes, I think it was We Are Lucky to Be Here song. Yeah.
You don't think she...
Of course not, Kieran. Of course not, Orhan.
Come on, we'll be late for school.
That day and over the next, a strange thing occurs. Although Orhan has run this short journey for as long as he can remember, one night he rounds the corner and... the next evening, it is the other way. Again he laughs, again he leaves. The third night is a rainy one. And on the fourth, his eyes wander, and wander. For some reason, they return to him full of images of...
faded curly hair, and I go home, without the sign. I must run back and get it in the dark. That night, I think back to those 4 times I forget and look for a memory hiding among them.
And just as dawn breaks on the city, so it dawns on Orhan. Each time his wandering mind has been drawn to...
A girl, or the edge drawing.
the outline of a girl. For some reason, he cannot quite lock a picture of her in his mind. He simply remembers...
On the first night, a shadow she left leaning up against a wall. The one who owned that shadow had gone home, but the shadow stayed.
He sees her on the second night.
In the path of leaves swept from the gutter. I do not see the sweeper, though. I only see them swept.
On the stormy third night, she is simply...
The place where the rain does not land.
And the last night she is...
tonight she was.
She was a mane of faded curly hair, disappearing into a crowd. Putting all 4 memories together in his mind,
As a baker bakes the perfect loaf with just a handful of simple ingredients.
he can conjure her, just for a second, before she is gone. And he goes to bed that night with mind racing. He forgets.
And he forgets.
To forget her,
And she forgets.
she forgets to be forgotten. And it feels nice.
You are late.
I'm sorry.
You don't seem to be sorry.
I seem to be late.
Isaac the official.
Ali the baker, Orhan the son of Ali the baker. We love the city.
We love the city.
You have a new apron.
It is the one I wear every morning, Isaac.
Oh, I'm too foolish. Forgive my old eyes.
No, your eyes are very young.
I must go and do a thing.
One love?
One, yes, good. Thank you for that.
I hope you find a person who, on the wall.
I hope we did too. He is not discovered yet, but soon.
Yes.
Yes, it is a sadness, Ali the baker, that the criminal who is bad knows what he shall do next, but the officials who are good are ignorant. Surely the bad person should be guessing, and the good should be sure.
Your words are right.
My words are excuses. The problem is, many problems are.
You mean,
The message on your wall, it is not just one. Other messages, other walls.
but no.
But yes, ink left out in the rain, Ali the baker will run. And at this time, it is raining always. At this time, ink runs through the city. I've seen 8 messages now, and I'm just a man, but children, babies have seen these messages. Their poor young eyes see words that,
Have been forgotten.
correctly of course.
Correctly, of course. Isaac,
Ali,
we arrived in the city not long apart when we were just Orhan's age.
we did.
And when we were children, before the time of anger, do you remember the words we all spoke?
Ali,
When words were once limitless, were passed from ear to ear.
it was an innocent time then. We were foolish children.
Yes, but we are sensible adults now. And I'm not harmed by those words, by the memory of those words, and you are not either.
Are you saying every word is good?
No, saying every person is, or can be. We must be careful.
Yes, we must, Ali the baker.
Your bread.
I am not hungry.
This is my pen, I use it and then I return it again, amen.
Today, students, we will write anything we wish. And when I say we, I mean you. And when I say anything we wish, I mean anything that is a pledge of love to our glorious city. You have 10 by 2 minutes. And when I say 10 by 2, well, yes, I mean 10 by 2. And remember, do not waste ink, do not waste words. Know what you think the city heard. Have fun. Five more minutes. Pass your papers to your neighbor. Look for any wasteful words. Remember, more is less and none is best.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm reading Kieran's pledge. It is most violent.
That means a lot.
I mean, what are you doing? This pledge, it is not about the city.
It's about a night when they collect the bakery sign, the things that I noticed.
She's in the shadows and her hair is curly, or I think it is. She is hard to see, and I know the officials have done this to hide her, but really it makes me wish to see her more. You are writing
I did
about
not write
one
that.
of the... Well, you must have, because I'm reading it right here. But you're right. You must have not written this. Eat it.
What?
This is funny.
Eat it and say you wrote nothing. Nothing is much better than this.
I'm not gonna eat.
What can I say? I'm a most good friend.
Leave your papers. Put your pins in the pen box. Enjoy your lunch. And when I say enjoy your lunch, actually, I do not care.
What?
I am a most good friend, don't you think?
That was a close thing, Orhan. We do not mention one of the... You cannot mention somebody that does not exist.
I was not thinking.
Oh, I'm familiar with this. My motto is, when you have nothing sensible to offer, say it loudly.
nothing.
What?
You are too much.
Oh, am I?
Oh, yes, actually, you are.
Students, do not move. A pen is missing. Teachers, find your classroom, and in the future, please try to do the pen count as instructed. Now a pen is missing, all thanks to the teacher in classroom. It does not matter which classroom, just everyone assemble. 5 days ago, students, a message appeared on the walls of our most good city. An illegal message containing a word which is not a word at all, because it was erased and therefore never existed. But the message does, it's complicated. Someone is writing words that do not exist, and now one of you has chosen to help them. One of you thinks it is clever to steal a pen and give it to them, or clever to steal a pen and write it yourself. Well, do not try to be clever. I don't. I mean, pockets out!
Who would be foolish enough to do something like this?
I know, even I am not that foolish, and I am foolish.
I'm sure they'll find the person
Are you okay, Oral?
Yes, fine, nothing. I feel bad about the pledge.
It is okay. The pen thief saved you. They are the ones in real trouble too.
Yeah, yes, that other person who's not us. Look there, Alec the welder's son. He is being suspicious.
He looks normal to me.
Oh, you're right, I was mistaken.
The pen thief will be found. And the pen will be found also. If you know who did this, remember, a good friend
Always tells.
If you report someone to the city, it shows you care about them. School is canceled. Show your bags and go away.
It is bad about the pen, but a day off is beautiful.
Kieran, the son of Rory the counter and Iris the clerk.
Sir, this word was not only a word since yesterday, so
It
now
is odd that your family is so clever, but that their son is so not. This way.
It was me who said it, sir. Please take me instead of him.
Isla, the daughter of Ninik the nurse and Gustav the herder. You are a loyal friend. Watch out for that.
He will get a week of silence at most.
Why must he always be the one punished?
Because he is the one brave enough to bear it.
You were up early,
I'm always up early, Mama.
but today earlier than early. The weather worries me. I'll go get the sign
Oh,
today.
I can do it.
Okay then.
My hand's already warm for the oven, so it's not so cold for me.
I know what this is about.
You do?
Well, Mama knows her son. It is the writing on the wall. You're worried about who would do this.
Yes, the writing on the wall, exactly.
Isaac is looking for them. All he works with are looking for them. Have you not seen the new sign from the officials? All feel safe. It says it, so we do. Yes?
Mama,
Orhan?
sometimes in this bakery I've heard you sing a song.
It is the song of the city, perhaps, or We Rise Higher Than Rising Seas. That is a nice one.
Maybe, but I do not recognize the words. I do recognize the time, though.
What do you mean?
You sing it every day. Just before or just after Isaac the official has come to visit. It is a nice song to hear. This is my pen. I use it and then I forget to return it because I'm thinking of you. So this is not my pen anymore. It is yours, if you wish. I want to know who you are. I want to read what I cannot see. And I cannot see you now, so I think that means that you are here. numbers written on each letter. The S is number 1. She has written to me.
Orhan the baker's son, stop what you're doing.
Isaac the official, I have nothing to stop.
The city's message. Someone has written on it.
Yes, I came to put out the sign, the bakery sign, and saw this.
But you did not do this.
I was off to tell Mama so she could tell you, so you could tell the city.
And what are those?
Leaves that have fallen in the night. I am cleaning city streets.
But we have the silence ones to do this.
Like the signs say, all with hands can help.
Your school. This is where a pen went missing yesterday.
Yes, so I went home to the bakery to help Mama. She says hello to you, by the way.
Does she? But she did not know we would meet this morning.
Every morning she says to me, if you were to see Isaac the official, tell him hello from me.
Well, tell her hello from me as well.
Of course.
Orhan, this is the silence one's duties, not ours. They must do this.
Of course. Mama, did you forget something? It is you. Thank you for the pen, and even more, thank you for the question. It is 6 years since I used words, and 6 years too since I received any.
Once, my papa taught me all the games you can play with language. Like, there was a word once for a vehicle that went very fast on a track, and it was called a race car. This must have been fun to watch, but for me, the real fun is when you read the word backwards, it spells
Race car. That trick was called a
palindrome. And the other ones, like anagrams, they were beautiful. The act of throwing a handful of letters into the air and watching them land as something new, like all feel safe, becoming sea leaf fall. This was an old invention taught to my papa by his papa and his papa before. Not here in the city, but in another land far away before the waters rose. Or there were clever anagrams like the words 11 plus 2. This equals 13, yes? But if you shuffle those letters, you get 12 plus 1.
And that equals
13 as well. I use anagrams sometimes to feel better about what my papa and I have lost. The word silent, I realize it is really just an anagram of listen, and I have always liked to listen. So it does not feel so bad. If you write the eyes, you find it is just an anagram of they see, and I love to see. And I know the city has said anagrams are illegal, that they are a way of breaking words, but really they are just reinventing them. I think you can take a word that makes you feel worried, like scared, and turn it into something that makes you feel warm, like sacred. All that took was 2 letters changing place. Really, you can look at anything that has ever been said in a whole history of time and language and voice and meaning, and find it is all an anagram of the same 26 letters simply shuffled around to help us explain the world to ourselves a little more clearly.
So really, it doesn't matter, this thing.
This thing the city tries to do by allowing only 1,000 words, they have left us with 26 letters. So we have every word that ever existed. And even if they silence us, as they have with me and Papa, still I can form every single word in my head. Still silent, I can listen. Once I have these ears,
I have essence to hear. I have so much I wish to tell you, but I only have 1,000 words in my head and they are not enough. You have the sounds of words you are allowed. Use them. I'm not used to this feeling. I want to give you flowers. I find your mind appealing. I need to talk for hours. You make the seasons cease. Make me think of things unfolding. With you, I feel at peace. I sense the world is golden. I'm sorry if the words are not correct. I do not even know your name.
Orhan the baker's son.
Oh, hi, you gotta go. Let's go. Isaac, the official. We love the city.
It is interesting the things you notice.
Sorry?
Why be sorry? There's no reason for sorry, unless you have something to be sorry about.
No.
Relax, I am joking. These things we notice, though, it is sometimes hard to put your finger on it. But then you look at that finger and you find ink. How strange when I have written nothing that day. So how would ink have ended up upon my finger? This is what I do not understand.
I must be getting the loaves ready for tomorrow morning.
And then I remember the leaves. Some leaves I held, but why would ink be upon leaves that fall from trees that need no words? Why would this be?
I can explain. It's just that...
So I go to ask my good friend, Orhan the baker's son. Orhan, whose wall has a message. Orhan, whose school has lost a pen yesterday. And there on his bakery, near a nice-looking pie, there lie the leaves.
Isaac, please, you have to...
I have to do only what the city says I must. Allie the baker, do you know what your son...
They are mine.
What?
These leaves. Here. They are mine.
You do not need to do this.
I'm doing nothing. Earlier today, when words were written on my wall, I was angry at someone who could do this. So I grabbed a thing to rub them off, and what I grabbed were the leaves. When I was finished cleaning, I dropped them back in the gutter. Orhan, my good son, has done nothing.
I agree.
Thank you. What?
Orhan, your good son, he has not written a word.
Oh, well, good then.
I believe a friend of his has.
Isla, she is too good. And Kieran, he's not really good, but he's not bad either. His ways are not harmful.
Not these friends. I believe your son knows one of the silenced ones.
To meet them is illegal.
Yes.
Yes, and yet...
We are quite busy, Isaac, and I have to get your bread ready for tomorrow morning.
You are of course correct. I'm sorry to be in your way.
Don't worry.
It is nice to be right. Were you looking for leave to sweep in here then?
Isaac, she's just a girl.
Look at her. She was a girl once, but she is silenced now. Either she has done something or her parents have.
What is happening?
Well, yes, you are right. This is just a girl, so I will return to my patrol of the streets now, and I do not want to see you again.
Isaac, do you know her?
This is Angela. This is my niece. Her Papa Gus, we were twins. We three used to live together after your mama fell sick, after she then was like now. It was the War of the Walls and people were writing illegally. I was just a young official, each day going out to catch the culprit, each night, no failing. We three would play cards and laugh and talk. You talked so much, Angela. And your papa, I knew he said erased words, but just to annoy me. We would argue, yes, but only as brothers argue, only with love. And maybe I knew those words at night were the same words I found on the wall by day, but I denied it. And then, one day I came home to find the house. It was like the paint had faded 50 years overnight, like fog had filled the air, but only where we lived. He had set the table for three like always, but the soup and the steam, it was hard to tell which was which. Gus was silenced. But his eyes were not they. His eyes told me everything. They asked me why I betrayed you both, and I had not, Angela, I promise. But his look said it did not matter. I ran from the faded house, and I ran to your school. I thought if I could convince the city you had done nothing wrong, that a rule could be changed just this once. But the city does not change its rules. The city is its rules. When I saw you, you were riding home, and I almost walked right past you. It had started already. Seeing you like that, Angela, there are no words in the language now or in any language ever. There are no words.
It's not your fault, Isaac. You did not know.
Sometimes fault does not matter, Allie. Sometimes it is just a thing that has happened and that this thing cannot be undone. So now, since the words have returned, I walk these streets during my shift and long after it. I'm just an old official now. I don't care about doing my job well. I care only about finding him first. To catch him riding is the only thing I care about. That and seeing you in the mornings, Allie Baker. Talking to you is the one pleasure I allow myself, is a song I sing for no one but me. He's here on your street. They sent officials when I did not answer. Gus is gone already.
But maybe it was not him.
The second line, if you write it from the back to the front.
A palindrome.
One of his favorites. The court records say it was the second last word he ever said. The last were your name.
We should go back now. Yes, Isaac? These are just two children. They should be at home.
Yes, race home. The words find every wall. Soon we may learn how to use them again. Correctly. Beautifully.
Thank you, Isaac. Tomorrow your bread is free, and perhaps you and I can share some bread sometime.
I would like that. Come on, let us find your house. Another day I will come, but not yet. It is good to see you.
And it is good. It's good to be seen.
A long time ago, Warhan, before I was a baker, before I was a mother, before I met your father and left your father, everyone was from everywhere. Everyone carried a story.
Mama, you cannot say that word.
A story. My mom and papa told me my story, our story, of a place where we lived before the oceans found us. This village sat beside a forest. That forest was so many colors, not just the four, but so many. And in September, the leaves would turn a different hue, and at night the wind would whip them up. And our people said that when we woke in the morning, whoever had the highest pile sat upon their doorstep would sing the song, "Sea Leaf Fall" at our feast, our autumnal feast. This was a great honor. Once, the last year before the waters flowed into our village and made our people walk and go into the city, leaves, they found my doorstep. Once, Orhan, I sang the song.
Yes, race home. The words find every wall. Soon we may learn how to use them again. Correctly. Beautifully. just need like one piece of tape.
Thank you, Isaac.
That was so nice. That was such a lovely moment.
I'm sorry.
I just realized I've been recording this entire time, so this is gonna be fun.
We must be careful.
Yes, we must.
I look so skinny with a skeleton. Yeah, only put it like that. My arm is.
You are late.
Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I seemed to be late. I was like, oh, that doesn't work.
Yeah, my chest hurts.